What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Good Garage. This is Jonah. Today we're going to be working on this LED light. If you probably guessed, it is a Craftsman. This is an LED light, model 73094. This one has a hanging hook, has kind of a spotlight, and then a row of kind of like a, just a bigger light, floodlight type. It's not really bright, doesn't really work that great. It's probably made mid 2000s, so it's not really old. It was USA made and distributed by Craftsman, distributed by Sears. And they made different versions. I don't know all the different versions, but I did hear one had a magnetic base. This one does not have it. It's more rounded at the bottom where the charging port is. No magnetic base. I've had it for a while, bought it pretty cheap from the swap meet, but it has a couple issues. It did not come with the charger, so I bought one. Well, that failed pretty early on. It just quit charging, so I assumed the battery went bad. Well, a few weeks ago, I started looking into it again, and it turns out the charger that I bought was actually bad. Did some little testing with it, nothing's coming out of it. And so I tried a universal charger and I got it to charge and work again. So I was like, oh, well, that's good. So I bought a different charger, had good reviews, and that's this cord here, plugs into the bottom. The problem is that right here, this bottom LED is a charging indicating light, and it's red when it's charging, green when it's charged, but it does not come on. And I believe that it is working. I'm just wondering if this LED diode is bad. It does come on and work. So if I hit the button once, the floodlight comes on, hit it again, the spotlight comes on, hit it again, and they both come on. Again, not really bright, a few hundred lumen maybe. Doesn't really say anywhere on it. But I'm gonna fix it. Because I did use it a couple weeks ago and it started to get really dim after a pretty short time. As far as I know, it has the original battery in it. So I picked up a replacement battery. A pretty cheap one, but it did have some good reviews. This is a 3-cell. I'm trying to remember. 3.6 volt, 2500 milliamps. Now I think it came with a 1200 milliamp. We'll confirm when I get it out. So this one will be a direct fit. It even says battery for Craftsman work light on it. So that's pretty nice that it's, this one's actually made for this exact light. But I think I got more milliamps so it lasts longer. So let's get this thing. I haven't even opened it yet. Been sitting here for a couple weeks. Let's get it opened up, check it out. It is a 3-cell, and the plug should be a direct fit. I don't have to modify anything. I've cut off lots of plugs before, even this one. This is a brand new charger I bought, but I didn't know this, and maybe some of you do, but sometimes these barrel chargers, the positive is on the inside and the negative is on the outside, and some it's swapped. Some the negatives on the inside, the positive on the outside. Well, this was the wrong one, so I cut it, switched the wires, and put it back together. And now it's working just fine. So this one does not need to be modified. 2500 milliamp, 3.6 volts. Not sure if that's going to focus or come in. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, there we go. I found it on Amazon. I think it was only like $8 or $9. So pretty cheap fix. So we're going to get this thing apart. And I have had it apart before, so I kind of know how. It is a little bit weird, but it's pretty easy to take apart. I just got a little like awl here, Craftsman awl. This is a USA made version. I've had it for a long time. Works pretty good for all kinds of little things. So this thing has some little plastic bolts in it. There's one right here, and we're going to kind of pry this out. That comes out. There's also one up here. This rounded section right below the hook comes out of there too. Okay, there's that one. We're going to set those aside so we don't lose them. And then I can pry this top off. Kind of hard to get off at first, so it may seem like you got to do more than that, but just a little prying and you can get them off. It's coming off pretty easy because I had it off before. Okay, bottom piece. I think, I can't remember if the button comes out or not. Yeah, the button comes out, but it doesn't really need to. It just sits in there. You can still push this with or without the button. I think it's just that one that holds it in. This end's a little harder to get off. It does take a little bit of work, even though I just had it off. Let's see, I'm gonna pry on this thing a little bit. Okay, finally got it to break free. Takes a little bit of effort, more than I was thinking. We finally got it to come out of there. That's just a rubber handle, one piece rubber handle. It just sticks to this polycarbonate really well, makes it hard to remove. So this just slides out. That's free. Now we're down to the light. You can see on the back the circuit board. Front has all the diodes. I wish that light worked. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I wish that light worked. I would like to know if it's charging and when it's done. I'm not sure if there's something wrong somewhere or what. Everything seems to be okay, but you can see it's coming on still with the button. 3 screws holding this casing on, 2 here, 1 on the back. We'll go ahead and get those off. I don't even know if that one needs to come off for sure. I don't remember, but two down, 1 to go. There we go. All right. Oh, sorry. Look at that. 2 more. 5 screws. I need to remove this to access the battery. All right. Now let's see what we got. Case comes off. There's the battery. Well, this plug is for the charging port. I'm going to pull it off just to get it out of the way. Connections look good. And then here's our battery. That's what we're after. Okay, battery moved. So this is 3.6 volts and it's only 1200 milliamps. So we're going for the same voltage, but the milliamps means it'll stay charged a little longer, a little higher capacity battery. So that's going to help us out. So 3 cells, same size, same length, same plug. So that's pretty awesome. Let's make sure this thing plugs in. Let's see here. Okay, battery's plugged in. I don't know if this has any charge. Let's try it out. Yep, look at that. Comes on. So we know it's working. And we're going to throw this thing back together. I kind of wanted to look at this thing a little closer, why I had it apart. But I don't know anything about LEDs. I don't see anything wrong with the connections or solder in the back. So I'm not sure how to fix that. Maybe it was an issue with the battery and a new battery will solve it, but I kind of doubt that. So for this video, we're just going to throw this back together. There's our charging port plug, our battery plug, kind of put that back where it goes. Looks like this battery has some extra length to it. Hopefully that'll tuck in okay and be out of the way. Maybe. Make some room in here. See if that'll stay in there. Get all these wires tucked in, out of the way. Not fitting quite as good. Maybe just some cables out of place. But that's probably good enough. Make sure it still works. Yep. So we'll start reassembly. All right. Keep hitting the button. Okay. Let's get this tube on. Get the handle put back on. All right. Okay, we'll make sure it gets all lined up. There's our little rubber locking nut. That's for the power switch right here. Oops, kind of got it twisted a little bit, so let's see if we can. power button back on. Oh, we're still working. Get the first little rubber bolt back in there. Let's see. Okay, for that one's in. Now this one's got to line up here. There we go. Get this in. Didn't quite get it lined up right. Let's try that again. Good enough. Okay. All right, all back together. Not too bad at all. Light still works. Yep, just blinded myself. Okay. Let's plug it in. Maybe I'll get lucky and that light will work. I kind of doubt it. Either the diode's blown out or maybe a transistor somewhere in there. Resistor, transistor, one of those two things. Let's plug it in and see what it does. Yep, still nothing. However, I'm pretty sure it's working because we've done some testing with this. It is putting power out. And, well, it wouldn't work at all if the charger wasn't working. So I'm going to leave it plugged in for a little bit, see how it looks. And I'll be using it on future jobs. Kind of a handy little tool. May not be as nice as some of the stuff you can get today, but, you know, more lighting the better. Again, Craftsman LED work light, model 73904. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.